welcome to another episode of By the Railside Podcast Movie Review. My name is Zach, and with me today I have Jeff,
Hi, that's me.
Justin, and the return of the great one, Jordan.
I was 23 once.
Don't say his name.
This week we reviewed the movie The Number 23, starring Jim Carrey, Logan Lerman, and Virginia Madsen, directed by Joel Schumacher. And this movie is all about Walter, who's played by Jim Carrey. He becomes obsessed with the details of a book titled The Number 23. He's seeing all the events in the book he's connecting to his real life, and he starts freaking out, and he becomes, obsessed. So, what do you guys think of the movie? Starting with Justin.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie was like super boring to me, but I also hate like fucking people finding patterns and things like astrology and shit. Like it triggers the fuck out of me. I did find the acting at the end of the movie when he's confronted by his wife laughably bad. So it had that going for it, I guess. What about you guys?
I like how the bus didn't even attempt to not run him over.
That was good too.
Yeah.
It's a New York City bus.
Fine, you're basically a train.
Yeah, that was just you got to be on time to pick up your customers. So, no stops. Doesn't matter there's people on the road.
No stops at all. You just tuck and roll if you want to get off that bus. This is the Express.
What'd you think, Jordan?
I enjoyed the movie. It got my mind a tingling and stuff like that, which I enjoy in a movie. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I remember. I think I watched it way back when I was in university, and it brought back flashbacks of me like repeatedly seeing the number 23 for like 2 weeks after the movie. I was like, I'm fucking losing it. Where's the book? I need the book.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable movie. Definitely, like I think as soon as he like early on in the movie, he definitely brought up, like the astrology was brought up, and he said like, "Oh, I'm an Aquaries. I'm supposed to be this way." And as soon as he said something for astrology, you could almost tell like, "Oh, yeah, he can fall into like a conspiracy thing or paranoia very simple because people who follow astrology I think they're more gullible than other people.
How dare you? As a Cancer, I'm supposed to die, maybe? I don't know.
No.
You're a giant crab.
I'm crabby. Pinchy,
You're gonna
pinchy.
start walking sideways and pinching people.
I already do that.
I honestly when we started the movie, I was getting really concerned that because we watched it on Amazon Prime, and I was getting really concerned at the fact that I thought it skipped to the end of the movie because those intro credits were really fucking long. Like
Yeah, that was like very popular. Like that's the way they used to do movies, is that like the credits were always like at the beginning. And then I don't know when they switched, like probably early 2000s, they switched to doing it like basically very little intro. So it was kind of weird. I had to look at like when it came out. I was like, is this movie come out in the 90s? Because I think the last movie I watched that did that like very prominently was it Seven Deadly Sins? Is that what it was? Seven? Yeah, Seven. What's in the Bags? That movie did it too. But yeah, it was weird because this movie came out in what, 2007 or something?
yeah.
Pretty weird that they decided to do that. But then again, it also like especially during the flashbacks, it was like a noir cop movie, so I don't know.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I think this was one of the this is a point in time where Jim Carrey he was at a peak in his fame, and then he decided I want to try and do like a more serious psychological thriller role. And he chose this one, which he definitely like. It started out almost like a Jim Carrey movie. Like it was comical. There was a lot of funny stuff, but when it actually came to the like tension that you needed, I don't think he had the depth at that time.
Yeah, and it kind of just goes against his character because you can't have Jim Carrey in a movie and not have it be at least a little bit funny.
Yeah.
Like I was laughing throughout the movie, but I think it might be my warped sense of humor. I don't know. Like, yeah, even at the beginning, like the first part, it's not serious. He's like, yeah, I'm having a boring day at work. 2 minutes till 5. Whew, I gotta get out of here. Let me just bark at this lady's dog.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm bored. What?
Yeah, that was almost like an Easter egg, kind of like just with him being a dog catcher, like to tip of the hat to like Ace Ventura and shit like that. Especially with him barking at them, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Speaking their language, he's saying, "Hey, don't break out.
Yeah.
I'll get you."
What did you guys think of the fucking dog that always just almost had like a sixth sense and just kept bringing him back and it was almost like the dog knew what was going on.
The dog was a witness. Ned.
Yeah.
And
Ned
Keeper
saw
of
it.
Protector of the Dead or some shit.
Yeah.
Ned should be dead because he apparently witnessed the body get buried 13 years ago, and he was already fully grown, and he kept going back. Like that dog should be dead, especially for the size of dog it is.
Yeah, that breed definitely has some kind of heart problem.
He's a spooky ghost dog now because that's how he disappeared from the grave.
His owner looks like he's fucking dead. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. They're both dead. That was the biggest secret of all. Everyone was already dead. This is the afterlife.
I see dead people.
You are dead people.
Oh, and what were when that fucking guy just slits his throat in the post office, and then she finds like his name tag or whatever. That seemed like the prop department just gave up. Like
Yeah,
I know it's probably a little bit old.
Fucking piece of rope or something.
Yeah, like I get it's probably old as fuck, but still, yikes! That why would that guy carrying around? He looked like he was probably still part of it because he kept going to the post office, so he was still a practicing psychologist, but he just happened to have his old card to get into the psych clinic that was clearly closed down.
Well, I think he might have lost it because, like they said at the end of the movie, near the end of the movie, he took the manuscript / suicide note / story and became obsessed with the number 23 from there because that's what that crazy room was. It was his room. So I think he was
the
just
guy
trying
clearly lost it. He killed himself in a fucking post office over
But
boxes. Right?
the fact that they even got to that post office was like so fucking retarded. Like they have multiple people obsessing over this book, and then the son is just like, "Oh look, between these stuck together pages, a PO box." And it was like, what? Why would the PO box be on like the third to last page, randomly in the top left? Like what?
And who put that there?
Yeah,
Because I don't think Jim Carrey in his ramblings when he was about to fucking off himself would just put an address, be like, "No, just in case I survive, send my mail to this address."
Yeah.
Well, like we know the
Yeah,
doctor
whose
was.
post office was that?
It was the doctor that wrote it because, like, when he goes to the insane asylum or whatever, or like recovery, or whatever.
Oh
the fuck
yeah,
it is, the
he
doctor
put
takes
over
it
the thing.
and writes the book and like publishes it and shit. But like, yeah, that was just such a like, how do we get them to meet this guy? A post office. So it was like, okay.
Dad, I peeled apart these pages that were conveniently stuck together. 23 cum shots.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was just trying different combinations of 23 and it just came to me.
Yeah.
I mean, ooh.
It was the teenager that knew to unstick the pages.
Yeah.
What do you think the teenager's girlfriend thought of him going psycho randomly? my dad's really into this number, and I just think it's neat.
Yeah.
He's just like he's full diving with his dad. His girlfriend's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, can you come out?" And he's like, "What's your name again? I need to count the numbers."
Yeah.
Like, you bitch, 23.
Don't wear pink. It's evil.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else? Oh yeah, Jim Carrey's nice edgy tattoo to make him seem more villainous.
Tribal barbed wire.
Yeah.
You can call me Fingerling.
Yeah.
What?
What a name. What a fucking name.
That's not intimidating at all. Like, I'm Detective Fingerling.
It sounds
Can
like
you come fingerling me
Yeah.
in the crime scene? Because that's good.
This chick
Definitely-
is fingerling good.
Definitely won't get sued for that.
yeah, I don't know. I think maybe not the settings seem pretty good. I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of good things in the movie. Like it was definitely hilarious.
Yeah.
The shoes scene made me laugh.
Yeah.
Just starts counting the shoes, and then it flashbacks to like the other noir cop reading about shoes, and he just like freaks the fuck out. I was like, okay, calm down.
One good part I was the relationship, I think, between the father and son. Because, like, as soon as they were coming home from their date, Walter opens the door, sees that his son's making out with a girl on the couch, and he's like, shit. His mom finds out, she's going to be pissed. Like, let's just sit outside for a bit. No reason.
Yeah.
Coverage for his son, that was good. And that was...
Yeah.
Then the son's like, well, now I'm ride or die with my dad. We're together now, so number 23 it is. I got to figure this out with him.
Yeah.
But no one in that family can finish the fucking book.
Yeah.
Took him
That's
how
one
long?
thing that bothered me. It took him like a week to read that book. It looked like it was maybe 90 pages. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I'm gonna just read 2 chapters and then be like, "Well, this character's pretty similar to me." I'm gonna go upstairs and deep dive into my family photos and trinkets and make connections that aren't there.
Yeah. Also, the warning at the beginning of the book. I told Jordan when we were watching this. The warning: if the characters seem similar, stop reading now. They're like, bro, it's the beginning of the book. I haven't even started reading yet, and you're already telling me if they are similar now, don't read anymore.
Well, yeah,
Don't
that
do
should
it.
be like the title of chapter 2.
Yeah.
Stop reading.
Yeah, if you are relating to these characters in any way, please stop reading.
Yeah. What I enjoyed the fact that like there was a narrator, like so you knew what was sort of going on. I didn't enjoy his voice he did for Fingerling and some of the narration. There was a slight change to his voice that I didn't much like.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was
It-
him doing a voice or if that's like his actual voice, and everywhere else we've heard him is just him in character.
Yeah, it reminded me of Jim Carrey trying to be Batman. I am the Batman.
Oh,
Of note, I wanted to look up what this director had done before since I thought it was so bad. Basically, he's 100 years old and has done like a bajillion movies I've never heard of. But one that he did do that I knew of was the old Batman from like the 90s with Mr. Freeze as Arnold. So he did
Oh,
that.
that
so
was
that's
the bad
cool.
one. That was
Yeah, I
that's the one
know.
with bat nipples.
Yeah, the nipple suit.
Yeah. So he's a real winner.
Do you guys? It was cool to see because it's a relatable theme, like seeing patterns. I know you hate it, Justin, but
Well,
The-
it's something humans naturally do. So, like, I
Yeah.
understand it. It's just, I hate that people understand that they do it and still fall victim to it. So it's like, people will just always look for patterns. Is what makes us us. Like, it's what makes us good at building things and everything else, because we just look for patterns. But when people just go like, yeah, I saw a thing in the sky and therefore that means this is going to happen to me, or like, fucking whatever. And it's just like, no. Like, what the fuck?
It's the monkey smooth brain part.
Yeah.
Similar. Nice.
yeah, but I enjoy that because it shows a dark side of finding all these patterns, and it's almost like a, I don't want to say disease, but just the fact that people can get so fucking into it, and that's what bugs me about astrology. I fucking hate astrology because they're like, hey, today you might feel happy because you're a ram or a donkey. And
Well, floating.
I
Don't
am not a
fish.
donkey.
I don't like astrology because it's not so much the people that do it, because like, hey, you're working the system, you're doing your thing, go for it. But the people that believe in it piss me off the most, because they'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry that I ran into your car and shit on the hood. Mercury's in retrograde right now, and I'm a Sagittarius. You know how that be." I'm like, "No, I don't know, Becky. Why the fuck did you
Yeah.
just crash into me?"
My secretary unironically says shit's in retrograde all the time, and I just want to like throw her out the window.
My
Yeah.
fucking patience is in retrograde. Answer the phone.
What do you guys think of the characters themselves? Like, did you, without
If I
without
was that wife, I would have just like left him the moment I saw kill her on his wrist.
Which she's clearly not saying either, because when her husband and son dig up a body, she's like, I'm gonna go follow them and then hide it.
Yeah, which like
True.
the question that I'm wondering is, how long did she know, or is that like when she
Yeah,
found out when she went to the
I
crazy one?
physically rolled my eyes when she said you wrote the book. I was like, of course, that's the gotcha. Like, fuck.
Wow, and they didn't notice because of the little piece of paper.
Yeah, and I was just like, what the fuck?
How long did it take for you guys to notice that it was written by Top Secret?
As soon as they said it in the movie.
As soon as I saw it, because that was just like, I say things in my head really fast, so it was like top secret. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a word. That's not right.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna like, at first I was like, have I ever heard of anyone being named Top as their first name? And I was like, no. And then I was like, oh, okay. It's just, but like, how did that not pop out to them? Like, that's clearly not a real name. Like, they were just like, oh yeah, that's a guy.
Yeah.
No.
This guy.
He's Hungarian.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. You just offended like a handful of viewers. Like, hey, my name is a Topsy.
Tell us in the comments if your name is Topsy, and we won't make fun of you. I promise.
Brother Turvy.
Yeah, the how did they how did they treat him in this psych hospital? Like, he just went in just because he tried to off himself, and they're just like, all right, we'll fix him.
Yeah, I think he
Well,
had.
Well, yeah, he also had brain damage, so like he couldn't remember and he couldn't walk. So they were just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, well, we'll work on the physical aspects. And they're like, wait, he can't remember anything? Fuck it. Get him out of here.
Also, how bad was the fucking like crime people or the cops back then? They're just like, that guy's fingerprints are on the knife and he got some blood on him, so you're in jail.
Welcome to America.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically.
pretty much, yeah.
Because that was even the in the like the noir cop part when Fingerling just tricks that guy and he's just like, no, all right, you touched the knife, you picked it up off the ground. Why did that guy pick it up off the ground?
I don't
Well, he
know.
probably was going there to bang the girl who had a knife fetish, right?
Yeah,
And
so
so he
he's
picked
like-
it up and was like, I'm a slit. Oh, you're actually slit.
But also, like, Jim Carrey never attempted to clean up any scenes ever, so wouldn't his fingerprints also be on it? Like,
No, that guy,
ugh.
they got him. They
Yeah.
They caught him
they
red-handed.
50-50 the fingerprints, and they're just like,
And like,
well, we
even
dusted
if
that one first.
even if they like put him in jail, they're like, all right, you're the prime suspect or whatever. And then they're like, so where was her boyfriend? Like, maybe he was out of town, but then they just realize he just is gone. Like, wouldn't they be like, oh, it was probably that guy who just never came back?
It's a cold
Because I'm
case
pretty
now.
sure like that was his apartment, wasn't it?
I think that was hers.
No,
Oh,
yeah, it
wait,
was
no,
hers.
that
No.
was-
She was killed in the hotel in room 23.
No, she
Yo,
wasn't.
it was
That
in
was
the
the
hotel?
room that. No. That Walter forced his way in to her apartment and
Oh, okay.
stabbed her, and then left the knife, took the body, and that's when her new boyfriend found the knife and just a bloody scene, which confuses me even more because that's all the cops have is like he has blood on him because he picked up a knife that had blood on it because there's a bloody scene here.
I appreciated
Done.
the detail that the knife was that stuck to the sheets because of the
Sticky.
dry blood.
Yeah, it's
That was
sticky
sticky.
blood.
That was a good detail.
Might have been just corn syrup though. I don't know how they do it in
Also
Hollywood.
sticky. So what did you guys? You said you liked the movie. What did you? You just you felt it like actually made like a tense scene or whatever? Because I thought it was just like laughably bad the whole time, but that's obviously just me. So
I don't know. I watch bad movies and I enjoy them, but I watch it going in like, okay, this is probably not going to be that good. So I don't go in with like super high expectations, but it held my attention, which is a big plus. It was a little bit interesting with like psychology wise, which caught my attention as well. I don't know. Altogether, it like just I thought it was a decent movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't like I enjoy complex movies and stuff like that from time to time, but just in general, just movies like it's got a general story. It's not all over the place. Yeah, the if I hadn't seen it in such a long time like I did now, then I'd be able to call the things, but I still couldn't remember. I thought it was him that wrote it, or even when he was like about to shank his wife, who also didn't panic very hard when he had the knife, and was like, "Hey, who you tell me who wrote this?" Blah blah blah. But no, yeah, I enjoy Jim Carrey too, and the fact that even though it was funny, like some of his more serious scenes were a little odd, but him as
yeah, like I really liked it. What was the movie he was in? Eternal
Eternal Sunshine of the
Spotless Mind. Yeah, like I like that. So it's not like I hate all of his serious movies or anything like that, but yeah, I don't know. This one, he felt like so out of place to me. But then again, like I don't think anyone really had like super good acting. Like there was kind of like weird things from all the characters. Like, what did you guys think? Like right before the bus scene, like that whole interaction. Do you guys find that believable?
Not really, no. I mean, I think they were just trying to close everything up as quick as possible because like once that you wrote the book got bought or fucking dropped on us, it was just all right. What are we gonna do with the rest of the story? We got to make him turn himself in or kill himself. So they tease you with the bus scene, and then he's just like fully ready to die. Almost killed my wife. Oh no, there's my son and the man who I thought was fucking my wife.
yeah.
Yeet, nope. Step out of the way of the bus.
I mean, to be fair, that guy was definitely trying to fuck his wife.
Oh,
Oh,
100%.
yeah. Oh. Also, while I was watching the movie, I was seeing a lot of patterns, and I was relating to the character quite a bit.
And I realized
That I'm obsessed with the number 23 now.
Oh no.
I know. Oh my god, I said that, and it was 23:23. No, I'm just kidding. It was 23 minutes.
It's like
into
it's
the podcast.
8:51.
No.
Well,
medium rare.
rip, ripping pepperonis, Jordan. Hopefully he doesn't kill you with the knife because that's a rough one.
Yeah. I think also if I wasn't now, like I've seen Jim Carrey do like more serious roles now since he's actually gone crazy.
True.
So,
Wait, is there a correlation between him doing this movie and then dating a psycho and then going crazy?
oh, more than
We
likely.
must go deeper.
Probably. I think it started 23 years ago.
Yeah.
What's his Gwyneth Paltrow? Is that his wife or is that a different
No,
crazy girl?
it was
That's a different one.
Oh, no, that's Vagina Candle Lady. Yeah.
yeah. Who was the other one? Oh, fuck, I can't remember. She's the one that
Anti-vax psycho.
yeah, helped jumpstart that, which is just a nightmare. Oh, he's from Newmarket. Look at that.
Probably an anti-masker too. Is he actually?
Yeah.
Neat.
No, 100% that is probably roughly when he started going and saying, because he was just like, I'm gonna do this role, I can do it, no problem. And then the critics were like, sorry, sir, try again next time. Because yeah, this it made a decent amount in total. It was about 77 million U.S. box office. I don't know what the budget was.
30.
$30 sounds about
30
right.
million.
Oh, 30 million. So
$30 in a bag.
30 million. What did that one little fucking like CG scene with the? I'm
That
assuming it was
was-
supposed. I'm guessing it was supposed to look like a storybook. That's the only thing I can think
The
of. 'Cause
fucking dog thing? When he was talking about his neighbor's dog and
Yeah,
whatnot, that
like-
was all CG, and that was really fucking bad.
Yeah, well, that the only thing I can think of was that it was supposed to look like a storybook because yeah, it was really bad. But like, it had like its own style at least. But that's the only. Where else did the fucking budget go? Or did they just pay fucking $1 bajillion to carry?
they probably paid a
Probably
lot to
just
carry.
Jim Carrey.
And Logan Lerman.
Yeah.
He's an up and coming star. He played Percy Jackson's.
Yeah, he's actually got a lot of good shit. I never even heard of Virginia Madsen, so she probably doesn't have a lot.
She should be in more stuff.
Like
Wait, she
number
was in
24.
Dune? Holy shit!
She was in Dune.
She was Princess Arulin in Dune, dude.
It's been a very long
Poggers.
Princess Arugula.
Hot spot.
You guys seen Dune?
I started it, but I couldn't get through it because of the old ass CGI and.
Yeah, you need to be enhanced.
It's,
Yeah.
it's been a hot minute since I've seen it.
It's good.
I'll wait
I
for the
can't
new one.
wait till the new one comes out, though, dude.
I think you got to be on edibles for that one because you need something that's gonna ride you out for that entire movie.
Yeah, for sure. It's a long one.
What? I thought he had a son, Jim Carrey.
Yeah, the Tismo.
Yeah. Why does it say Jim Carrey is his children, just the one? He doesn't count that one as his kid.
Keep it off. the-
Maybe it was. Maybe it was with a different person.
Oh,
Maybe that was only his wife's kid.
oh, maybe. And he just like semi-adopted. Jenny McCarthy. That's the bitch.
Yeah, that's the bitch.
What was I gonna say? Have you guys ever been obsessed with something where you just keep seeing like patterns? Like you ever had that where it's just like oh, you just can't stop seeing this thing?
Jacking it.
Yeah.
Good stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Just got over it like walking around the house.
I don't like seeing things. Like, I don't know if I've ever been that psycho.
Maybe not like seeing things, but just like you put when you're putting things together, you're just like multiple patterns, and then just causing an obsession. Or-
I wouldn't say an obsession. This one's actually serious. When I got my truck, I started to notice a lot more red Tacomas,
Okay.
and I don't know why. I
Yeah.
don't know if there's like a
No, that one I get. I if someone has the same car as me, I definitely notice it. Like black Mazdas, like I'm like, oh, another one. Like I don't know, it's just weird. Like you don't even think about it until it's
Another
the car
one.
another one.
Yeah, like before when I had my Altima, I'd be like, oh, that guy's got an Altima, that guy's got an Altima, that guy's got an Altima. And now I'm
He's also having a bad time.
like, car doesn't have a bed. Fuck off the road.
Yeah. What? I guess I do it through work a lot. Like I can pick out my products constantly. What else?
Pick out your products. What does that mean?
Oh,
I try not to say what I actually do for work. So
Oh, like you just see
yeah, like
Like a
I
bunch-
can
all the
point out.
different
Yeah.
brands, dildos just all the time.
Yeah, so like when we're out in public, I'd be like seeing someone using a dildo, I'd be like, hey, I think that's one of the ones from my shop.
Yeah.
And then he'll go and confirm with smell and taste, and
Yeah.
there it is.
The turbo motor, man.
Hey, is that the Fuckmaster 9000?
Yes, it is. That is.
I thought
With
those were banned in America.
upgrade?
They're not banned.
You can only get those in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I don't
against the
think-
Geneva Convention, I believe.
I think they have a lot of sexual stuff in Dubai. They're really into stoning over there.
I'm into getting stoned too.
Yeah.
It's just a less violent approach.
They have murder robots over there now.
What? Welcome to the
Well, like-
future.
Soon. I mean, they have police robots.
Oh, okay. Like Chappie.
So soon they will have, like, tasers and guns and shit, probably.
Fuck yeah. And then we're gonna have Skynet,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be fun.
What about after you like watch a movie or like play a video game or something like that?
Video games, especially with the kind of games I play, like, I'm definitely... If I'm just doing, like, monotonous work, whatever, like, there's part of my brain that's thinking about, like, WoW or fucking League builds or something like that, for sure.
I don't know. I don't really notice video games or anything like that out in the world or when I'm not playing them.
Who, you
Yeah.
some kind of fucking casual?
Yeah.
You're not thinking about doing fucking what's the game you play? Rocket League flips with your car.
I know how to do some of the mechanics, but it's I cannot keep up with the fucking 12-year-olds on Adderall just coming
Yeah.
up with new things.
It's actually crazy in the amount of people that like just join WoW and then immediately become high-end raiders. I'm like, man, you fucking zoomers, dude. Like they don't even know what the previous expansion was, and they're already doing like top 100 content. I'm just like, fuck,
Yeah.
I'm old.
They got no
Yeah.
time. They just got to be the best.
Yeah.
Why is that guy blue? What is a Lich King? I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
How do you pronounce that? Is that lich?
Yeah.
What are you licking?
Yeah.
King? Back to the movie though. I love how the wife just casually broke into that place.
Yeah.
Like just 100% calm about it. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna go break into a building. No question about it. I run a cake shop at night.
Yeah, she's shit being a cake maker, man.
Hell yeah, she's got to go get that flour. So she's definitely selling cakes.
She's putting them hookers and sex trafficked things inside cakes.
Custom ones. Look like a brick.
Sex
of cocaine.
traffic things.
That's why she was so upset when Jim Carrey ran into her, because there was a baby in there.
Transporting babies to the psycho hospital to become
Yeah, I mean,
hookers.
Rowan,
No, it's the
make a
medicine.
new.
They're going to use the stem cells from the penis.
Penis rising from the ashes of the cake.
And they're going to cure people like they did Jim Carrey.
One of the good things the movie did, at least it like explained like certain things. Like it may not be like necessary explain, like right at the beginning of the movie when he was like, "Oh, 2 minutes, all right, packing up," and then that fucking secretary is like, "Oh no, you got to go pick up this dog because he's fucking shit up," and he's like, "But it's 2 minutes in," and then he goes, then she's like, "Yeah, so you're still on the clock," and then it explains that part of the movie.
I called her a bitch.
Yeah.
Everyone heard. I think they explained that because that call was the reason that he got the book in the first place. Because if he wasn't late, his wife wouldn't have gone to the bookstore and found it, and then he wouldn't have got it.
Do you think he would have? Do you think it started? Like he ended up getting more obsessed, maybe not noticing things in the book, but where the dog actually bit him. Because the dog bit him on the side where the girl that he killed sliced his arm.
I mean, I highly doubt this movie thought about it that much, but I think that is a thing where like trauma can be like stored in weird parts of your body or something that get triggered.
Yeah, that
So,
fucking burp is
like-
nasty, dude. That
Apologize. Hey, garlic
smells
sausage
so
earlier,
bad.
and I'm trying not to do it.
Jesus.
So you're saying like if like right after my parents, I walk in, mom's fucking someone else, and Dad's crying in the corner in a gimp mask, and then I walk out and stub my toe. 20 years later, I can stub my toe again and just have that come back to me.
Teleported back to that.
I don't know if it exactly works like that, but yes, let's say yes.
Just hypothetical situation.
Yeah. No, Dad, take the mask off. Fuck. They had a good-looking dog in the movie. That was a nice-looking dog.
Which one? There were several dogs.
Not the first one. The first one was a yappy fuck.
Fucking corgi.
Ned.
That wasn't a corgi. That was a weird Pomeranian-looking thing.
A Shih Tzu.
The one he barked at,
Maybe
or
actually.
meowed at,
Oh,
actually.
yeah. Okay. The corgi was the one from the weird book CGI.
Yeah, corgis are awesome.
Yeah.
I want a corgi husky mix. Have you ever seen one of those? Just
Yeah.
take the husky
Those are
head
cool.
and put it on a corgi body. Done.
Those are cruel as fuck.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
These in general are pretty cruel, to be honest, but they
You
seem
always-
to be enjoying themselves.
Always go for a mutt because generally they'll take the best of both breeds or however many breeds there are in it, and they're not in pain.
That's true. Most of them have heart problems.
Yeah, don't buy a pug because that's just a walking, breathing problem.
Yeah.
True.
What? How long was that girl dead for the corgi, like the corgi owner? When that guy finally crossed the thing, 'cause, like, how long has it been since he'd actually seen her? I know he had to just catch the dog, but
I don't know.
He wasn't like rotting, but who knows? Definitely seemed like it had been a while. Because like the dog probably, well, I don't know.
'cause
The
was
dog probably freaked out and like gone to find help fairly quickly. But how long would it take it to get outside? I don't know.
Unless they just had a doggy door, because like if not, I feel like that dog trapped inside. That dog's gonna go for a snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Did
didn't
his-
eaten by a corgi. Feels bad.
Did his mom off herself? Like, or did his dad kill his mom?
He killed
mom-
himself or herself, and then it made his dad kill himself.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
think his mom died. I can't remember how. And then his dad.
Yeah, that one was like a nod at like mental illness being hereditary. So that was cool, I guess. But they probably should have explored that more. Because instead they made it like more about like the book or like the number makes people go crazy, but it's more just like hereditary.
Yeah, and that's also something that they should have deep dived into because that was like what a 30-second scene
Yeah.
explaining that as a child Walter watched his mom kill herself and then his dad did it too because fuck that's rough to watch. What do you do?
Yeah.
That's
Was
not
he
something
just
I can
hiding in the
unpack.
closet?
Yeah.
Why was he in the closet?
Mom, I heard a gunshot. Mom, it was you. What do I do?
Get in the closet.
Hide in the closet, and then Dad comes home and just he's strapped.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I knew this day would come.
All right.
Was that a picture of Mecca?
I don't know. These are all things about the actual number 23 that apparently actually does pop up in a lot of things.
Oh no.
There's a link to Islam. Apparently, the Quran was revealed in a total of 23 years to Prophet Muhammad.
Numerology is fucking everywhere in human history.
I like how for a lot of the people that are doing that, and they did it in this fucking movie too, they'll take like bits of some numbers and then swap it with others. Like when it happens a lot with like year, if you say 2012 is when the Mayans were said everything was going to die, right? They're like, okay, if you take the 20 and then add the 1 and the 2, you get 23. Well, why'd you take the 20 and
Yeah.
not say the 13? Who like, what the fuck?
You divide. Why did you add? And then they're all
like, it's
like-
all just forced bullshit,
yeah,
right?
especially it's like super force when it's like 32 and 23 they're the same thing because you can swip them. It's like no, what?
Yeah, it like the movie did that a lot. The movie had a lot of just like inconspicuous uses of the number 23 that like they obviously didn't go into because it's just supposed to be in the background kind of thing. Like
license plate.
the shop that the fucking book came from, shop number was like 599, which adds up to 23. The number of letters on the side of his van was 23 letters, all this kind of stuff, right? Like they had a lot of that kind of stuff, which was nice, but honestly, like Zach said, they made the number too much of the focus rather than, or I think it was Justin that said it, not Zach, sorry. They made the number too much of the focus instead of like how people get to this state. Like it's to me, the movie was an okay like representation of what the internet basically does to us. Like people will go online and if they're looking for something, they'll find it, right? If they want the flat earth to be true, they'll look for it and suddenly it all like not make sense. It just reinforces their beliefs. And that's in my opinion what this movie should have been about rather than just like, oh, the number 23, it's a curse. It should have been about how if you look hard enough, you'll find whatever you're looking for, even if it's not true.
I don't know if it's like confirmation bias, or is am I thinking of like a different?
Kind of. It's kind of this weird like middle ground. Confirmation bias is definitely there, but
Yeah, it's which sucks. Like it's insane, and I think it. I don't know if it's like weak-minded people, or like I don't know why people can be so gullible to this thing. Like I'm sure people actually watched that movie and then just like went fucking nuts, and they're like, "Holy Christ, the 23 is literally everywhere."
Yeah. Well, actually, I just read this movie was the director's 23rd production, apparently, that would set a lot of people off down a path of.
I mean, like you guys said earlier, literally everyone does it. It's just once you become interested in it, things that were benign before suddenly become interesting. Like Justin didn't care how many black Mazdas there was before he had it, or Jordan with his Tacoma, or all that kind of stuff. It happens. It's just when people have either like a I shouldn't say damaged psyche, but like just when they're extremely vulnerable to becoming obsessed with things, that's when it becomes a problem, right?
Yeah, and it's when they stop seeing the outside, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. They just get sucked into the obsession. Like an example from the movie when he went to the hotel for the first time, well, second time. Yeah. They gave him room 27, and he's like, "Wait, what about 23?" So he made a conscious choice to go for that number, and I think from that point on, like he was done. There was no way out of the rabbit hole except to find top secret.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing with anyone. You get too caught up in it, and you stop seeing logic in any form other than the one that you want to see.
Yeah, you just tunnel.
Yeah, like the flat earthers. There's a documentary made by them where they proved the Earth is round, and they still believe that it's flat.
That was,
it's everyone does it, right? Like it's just how far do you take it?
Yeah, and I think it's also like it's one of those things. It's the same. I think it's like those people are the exact same people that believe so much in like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. I think it's because for the most part, people like to follow the conspiracy theories because it gives them some semblance of control. Like there's an explanation there, and so like they have control over it. That's one of the things that with the pandemic that's going on. That's why a lot of people believe in like all the conspiracy things for it because they don't like the fact that like this just came out of nowhere. Like we did, so it gives them that control. And in high stress, maybe I wonder if there's a correlation between people who are naturally high stressed, and those that believe in shit like that, like astrology and all that junk.
It might be a negative correlation, honestly, because of ignorance is bliss, right? Stupid people tend to be happier than intelligent people,
Yeah, because they're not worrying about everything.
and stupid people generally tend to be less stressed because they don't think about things or consequences to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like a normal person would be like, "Hey, I wonder what would happen if I built a homemade ramp in my backyard and tried to ramp my car over my house." And Cletus just says, "Let's get her done."
Yeah.
I ain't got time to
Yeah,
worry
I,
about what's
I mean,
gonna
I'm
happen.
sure there's a correlation between people with like crazy anxiety and believing in conspiracy, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anxiety is one thing. That's a like an actual mental disorder, not just stress environment, right?
So yeah. All right. What is there something that you guys believe that goes against the grain?
What do you mean against?
Like it goes again like how flat earthers believe in that, even though like, hey, come on. Or people that believe in astrology or stuff like that. Or this guy who believes that the number 23 is controlling his life, basically.
Oh yeah. Well, I genuinely believe that we've come in contact with aliens, but I think we're not ready for it. Like the mass public is not ready for it, um, because obviously we've shown that we can't pull ourselves together and do something for the greater good. Looking at you, America.
Yeah.
So I think that's been kept under wraps, and it might have gone bad, and maybe that's why they've never come back, or maybe it went good, and they're like, just these people are stupid. They're not ready for it. But yeah, that's something that I firmly believe that we've come in contact in some way with aliens.
All right.
Don't at me. I'm not crazy.
I can't really think of anything like that I'm. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can. A lot of people will say that they're like no one's truly atheist or agnostic, but my only thing would be like I would rather there be nothing than anything. So I just say I'm pure atheist, even if like if you follow like the I don't know the logical conclusion, you would come to be agnostic. But I don't know. It's the only one I can think of.
What about you, Jeff?
I don't think there's anything like against the grain that I believe in. Everything like if it's not provable by science, I just generally don't give a shit about it. Like ghosts and things like that. And there's no evidence about that kind of stuff, so I don't believe in it. Like I obviously believe that there's probably aliens, statistically probable, but is there ever been any proof of it? No. Uh, I'm obviously not saying I don't believe in aliens. There's obviously a very high chance of there being them, but it's just I don't know.
What about you, Zach? What's your against the grain belief?
They're hiding Half-Life 3 from us.
But that wasn't that Half-Life, Alex.
No. Greedo shot first. You guys probably wouldn't know. Jordan will know.
Yeah.
I know what that is, bitch.
All right. Jeff doesn't know.
Not a clue.
Wasn't that like the Greedo and Han shot first? Like, wasn't that solved?
Oh, you're
He,
talking about the
yeah.
fucking Star Wars thing.
George Lucas said that Greedo shot first, but there's a lot of people that say that Han shot first.
I say Greedo shot first.
No, for the most part, it's like if there's proof, then I'm more likely to lean towards it. I don't think that there's anything that's going to be out there that I'm going to be like, no, that's just straight up wrong. Like the Earth is round. The one thing I do believe we are not the only ones in the universe. there's no way that there are that many stars, which means that many solar systems. So there's no way that it could just be us.
I thought of another against the grain. The moon is a Nazi moon base.
Oh yes,
It's not real. It's a space base filled with Nazis.
that is true. And Mars has got the Russians.
Also, it's pronounced GIF. I don't give a fuck with the creator
Oh
of
yes,
its graphics interchange format. You don't say graphics, whatever the fuck it would be with a J sound.
Yeah.
It's GIF. I will die on this hill.
What
This
about
is it.
giraffe?
My name Jiff.
It's giraffe. You just said the word.
Jeff just changed his name
Wait.
to Jiff.
Yeah. Oh,
Actually, if you want to go by the old English pronunciation, it's YIF.
That's a different thing now. Don't
Yeah.
Google that.
No, yeah, don't. Google it. Zach, I think it's already in your search history.
why would it
Zach's
be
gonna
there?
get fucking advertisements for yiffing now.
I don't. No, I'm not googling it.
It's too late. You said it out
is.
loud. Your devices have listened to you. You're getting Facebook ads for yiffing now.
100%.
I don't even use Facebook.
No, but you
Doesn't matter.
probably use Instagram or something.
Nope.
I still get ads for Facebook constantly. I haven't used Facebook in years.
TikToker.
Oh.
Tick-a-tack-a-do.
Oh.
Chinese government knows that we're talking about yiffing right now, or yiff, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh,
The Chinese.
Winnie the Pooh yiffing. There, now we're safe.
Oh no.
Well, that's an against the grain thing. The Chinese government is actually nice to its citizens. No, I'm just kidding.
Against the grain.
Yeah.
Otherworldly. What dimension are you living in? That's an
A
interesting
flat one?
thing. Yeah, of course. No, I read something online. I think it was just like a shit post on Reddit, but I was like, whoa, this makes sense. For like a god thing. So if pretend you're looking at a 2D world, that world wouldn't be able to tell that you're looking at it or interacting with it in any way because you're 3D, right? So who's to say that, like, if there is a god, quote unquote, that it's not just like a fourth dimensional being? Because
Okay.
they could see and access our dimension from outside it, and we wouldn't be able to perceive it in a normal way. Maybe that's why all the angels in the Bible are just fucked monstrosities and not white people with wings.
I mean, I guess the only thing with like all of that shit is just like there was multiple instances of a Jesus character like way before that was ever written. So
Oh yeah, 100%.
Jesus reincarnated. Buddhism is the way.
Where is he
No.
now?
deprive yourself of all the things.
Yes.
Winning.
Maybe not full Buddhist.
Just
But like,
Buddhism with sex.
like I'll be enlightened, but I want my cell phone.
yeah, I get my
Oh.
enlightenment online. I'm a cyber Buddhist. I'm never without technology.
All right, ratings. We need some ratings on this film.
I almost
This
fell
one's a
asleep, so
1.
I'm gonna say a 2.
We got a 1 and a 2. Holy fuck! Are we actually gonna have one worse than the goddamn Tigers?
I was ready for this one to be over by like 40 minutes. I hate
Yeah.
this one compared to the Tigers.
I'm giving it a 5.
5.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a 23, but that's way too high.
A 2.3?
Oh my god! but
I can do that
5
for you.
is
I
2
can give
and
it a
3 added
2.3
together.
for you.
It's also 3 and 2 added together.
That is.
It's different. Because, like, it's.
Just reverse
order.
it.
I get 3 subs. Have you heard that commercial? After 4 o'clock at Subway, you can get a sub, a salad, and a wrap. The guy's like, "So I get 3 subs?" He's like, "Yes." I can get a sub, a salad, and a wrap. He goes, "Yes." What about a wrap, a salad, and a sub? I think that's the same thing. Oh.
So different.
I will also give it a 5. I paid attention. The 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 twist was predictable, but if you
Yeah.
just shut your brain off,
What the tweez?
you can pull it through.
There's
Most
no M.
most yeah.
Shamalama twist, but I like it.
Yeah. All right. Mathematician, go.
Well, 1, a 2, a 5, and a 5. That's 13 divided by 4, 4.25.
23.
Wrong.
Oh
Or
my god.
4.2.
Wrong.
It's 23.
So this rating is 23 out of 10, but actually 3.25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not the family movie that you think it is, just because it has Jim Carrey in it.
It's better than that.
Yeah. I saw the girl's ass. That was nice.
Wow.
The one
Suicide
scene, the
Squad?
dude had some pretty good handfuls of titty.
I mean, it showed
Yeah.
full titty.
Yeah.
What is full titty?
I didn't see full titty.
Usually I'm on top of this.
Hold up.
You
Hold up.
guys loved the movie so much you weren't even watching it.
That's how you tell I really enjoyed the movie. I didn't see one boob, and I still gave it a 5.
Why? There was no titty in here.
Yeah, there was.
Was it a side titty or like a full titty?
I think there's a website dedicated to that, right? Like I think someone unironically made it after Pineapple Express, whatever the fuck
No,
movie had
Knocked
that on
Up.
it. Knocked Up.
I think it was already a thing before that.
Yeah.
MrSkin.com.
Titties.
Like,
Oh.
you can get email address. You can add your email, so they'll send you. All you want to give me notifications. No, don't. Fuck.
Imagine being so horny
that's a
that
movie?
you want like just that little bit of fucking titty in a movie, but you won't like just go watch porn.
All right. You know what?
That's a different
It's
level of
hotter if
horny.
it's from Hollywood.
I got our next movie.
Wow.
Roll me, daddy.
Kung Fu and Titties.
So excited.
It's
Is that just Kung Pao?
Richard
No.
Titties, an out-of-shape martial arts wannabe, is shot into an alternate dimension after his girlfriend Cynthia is kidnapped. Her captors are a group of titty-obsessed madmen
This sounds like a fucking sequel to Kung Pao.
led by Zefrost, the master of the supernatural realm. Zefrost kidnaps women for the sole purpose of seeing their titties.
That's rapey. I
It's a
don't like
movie
that.
about Zach.
That's rape.
That's not true. I like seeing the bush too. What else? What do we got? What are some of these reviews on here?
You're denying me the
I'll
role.
read the review from Mr. Skin. The number 23, 2007, stars Jim Carrey as a dog catcher who gets caught up in a numerological mystery that ends up doing a number on his head. Literally.
Was the
That
number it did on
one
his
thing
head
I just
23?
noticed, he gets one day of leave and then just never goes back to work.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
really worried about the buck. He's got more important things to worry about.
All right, we got to determine the next movie. And there is a good copy of Tenet out there
For
now
purchasing.
for legally purchasing.
Oh,
So
put it on the loose.
now we can roll for it. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. So we got it 11. So, all right. What's the next one going to be? 6. All right. Lucky number 6 is 1, 2, 3. Midsummer.
Hell yeah.
All right.
See some
Midsommar.
heads get bashed in.
Now, this is quite the film. I think only Jordan's the only one that hasn't seen it.
I had a
I will highly recommend you be enhanced while watching it.
I will enhance myself.
Yeah. I wasn't fully in. I think it was half buzzed. I had a couple beers.
Well,
But-
when you're taking the journey with her, being high on mushrooms, I mean, I wasn't high on mushrooms, but when you're high as well, when she's getting high on mushrooms, it's a good time. Makes it feel much more visceral.
All right. So there we go. Midsummer. Join us next week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, show your dad. Don't show your mom. Fuck that bitch.
Write a letter to your pen pal in prison.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shaggy. He's not gonna hear this. Well, I'll hear it in 3 to 5.
And also, don't forget to say the word cunt.
Yes, it's
Oh.
very important.
Uh,
Cunt.
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 God,
Cunt.
God.
We're gonna start a chant.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do
Cunt.
it. All right,
Cunt.
everyone. Cunt.
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 Cunt. Cunt. Cunt.
Cunt.
Cunt. Cunt. Cunt.